Hey everyone, and welcome back to another portfolio update, and a big one because, well, it's a big earnings week. So we're going to talk about the performance of the portfolio, performance of the companies, and then what I'm looking out for in the coming days because it's a big week for the portfolio. I mean, PayPal is reporting, SoFi, Amazon, Microsoft, Uber, Apple, Intel, you name it, lots of companies reporting. So we're going to talk about that. First up, of course, a quick overview of the portfolio. Year to date, it's up 25.74%, meaning since I started this portfolio, this is not year to date because I started January 1st. I did not start January 1st. I started here February 19. Very important to note. Since then, I'm up 25.74%. The S&P 500 is up 16.56%. And yes, of course, you can see that the big gains, the big jump, the big difference came after the Tesla earnings report. But even before that, I started to outperform because, well, one, PayPal started to go up, SoFi started to go up, Palantir is up by quite a lot already this year. So that definitely helped, especially, well, since we were struggling, right? We were struggling from the start. We were struggling. The big difference between me and the S&P 500 was, well, at some times I was down 4.71%. S&P 500 was up 9.26%. My lowest point was, of course, August 5th. I was down 7.81%. S&P 500 was still up 4.41%, well, since February 19. And since then, huge outperformance. Let's hope we can keep it that way because remember, it's not about outperforming the market for 10 months, 1 year, 2 years. No, it's doing so for a long period of time. I'm very happy with the way things have played out this year. Could I have done better? For sure. For sure, I could have done better. Could I have done worse? Well, definitely, right? Because I'm already up now 25.74%. So you can definitely do much worse than that. Now, I did add a little bit of cash to the portfolio because of the earnings season. Maybe I am going to bet a little bit on some earnings that I think will be quite good, and so the stock will go up. For example, Alphabet, I think the stock hasn't moved much, and so maybe it's worth betting a little bit before the earnings report because I do expect it to be much better than what is feared. So right now, the portfolio, the positions, let's go over them one by one. Tesla is back to number one here. We're up on that position close to 50%. PayPal is number two. We're up close to 40% on that one. SoFi number three, up 46.5%. Then Palantir number four, up 97% on that position. Alphabet were up 16.36%. And now we've got the first red one, position number 6. Yes, you might think I'm crazy. How is the local number 6, right? Well, it's number 6 because I did average down because I still believe this company should be worth more. But we'll have to wait for one good quarter and good guidance to have that jump. I will trim a little bit because, yes, I agree, it should not be a number 6 position for the portfolio right now. I think Meta should be a little bit higher, but okay, the local were down 13.11%. Then you've got Meta here, 30.42%. Hopefully the stock chills down a little bit and maybe even crashes, although I really don't see that happening because I do want to add a little bit more. And then we've got number 8, Intel, down 23.74%. It's a big week, although we probably know already that Q3 is not going to be a good quarter. I really hope for them that they can beat their own guidance, which was already a complete disaster. So beating their own guidance plus then providing maybe better than expected guidance for Q4 and maybe even something for 2025, I think that could help the stock tremendously. Now, in the last 24 hours or so, I've seen some reports saying that maybe Samsung and Apple are interested in buying the foundry business from Intel. Again, we've been hearing that from Qualcomm and from, these are rumors. I really don't see that happening. And I really hope it does not happen because I'm buying Intel for, well, Intel and Intel Foundry as well. So hopefully that does not happen. But right now, Intel, we're down 23.74%. Then Lululemon, this, to be honest, is a bit of a disaster. Well, not a disaster because it's still a good company, but my timing on that was not great. Once I break even, which we're not that far right now, I'm down 10.31%. I think I'll sell, use that cash to increase other positions. I mean, I thought I'd see a rebound faster than expected for Lululemon, plus I bought in way too quickly, even after it crashed, right? If you can see right here, it did come down. I added already. I should have waited a little bit more. Well, I should have waited a long time before buying, but okay, these are one of the mistakes that I make. I'll be making many more mistakes in the future. It's all about learning from those mistakes. So Lululemon, number 9, down 10.31%. Then we got number 10. This was one of the small bets. Yes, should have been a bigger position, but I explained why this was a small bet. This position will definitely increase in the long run, not just because the stock will increase, but because I'll be adding more and more cash. That's Rocket Lab. I'm up 158.7% on that position. Of course, it does not move the needle that much because it's a tiny position compared to the others, but it's still nice, right? It's still nice to see a 158% increase here. Plus, like I said, I intend on buying more and more. Cash, number 11 right now, 3.23% of the portfolio. Then we got number 12, it's Celsius. I'm down 37.25% on that position. Same thing here, timing not the greatest, although I thought when I bought this, it was already, let's say, attractive-ish, although it was just an entry position. But then afterwards, around $40, $39, $38 or so, I thought it was attractive enough, but lower can always go lower. But I do think that this is the type of stock that the moment it shows that, oh, actually, we're not seeing that much weakness in the business, in the energy segment, we're actually doing better than the competition, then the stock will start moving. And here as well, I did add lower right here. Actually, I purchased 35 shares at $32.71 to bring my cost down. Same thing here, once the stock rebounds, I will reduce that position a little bit. This is not a long-term position. I've been saying this for a while. There are some positions here. Well, no, it's not for the long term. I'm trying things out short term, generating some cash to increase the bigger positions in the portfolio and then maybe to fund future bets, such as the last one that we added to the portfolio. Then number 13, same mistake as Lululemon, bought the dip too quickly. Here we're down 2.23%, but that's because I already bought, sold, and bought again. So it's only a 2.2% hit for this time, but I think overall we're down also 15% or something like that. Not great for Snowflake. Then number 14 is Appcelera, a complete disaster for now, but this was purely a very, very long-term bet where I knew very well that if it doesn't work out, it goes to zero and the impact on the portfolio is close to zero. But if it does work out, then we're going to get something like a Rocket Lab currently, but maybe even more. Here we're down 44%. I mean, with companies like that, biotech companies, especially pre-revenue generating stage, or we generated some revenue because, well, of the pandemic, but now we're not generating anymore or barely generating anything. So these are the stages where you just have to wait it out until they reach their next milestone, and then maybe it might work out, which is why it's number 14 here. Very, very small, down 44%, but really does not hurt the portfolio that much or at all. And then the newest addition is Owlet. I did a specific video about that on the channel. Also very, very small. I mean, less than 1% of the portfolio, up 11.28% on that one right now. I will probably add more to this position after the next earnings report, not before, because I do want to learn more and hear more of what management has to say about that company. This is, in my opinion, if it works out, it's a 10x opportunity. That's just my opinion. I know some people will say, oh, what's the moat here and there? Lots of companies, lots of stocks have been successful without having a moat. I don't think this is going to be a $100 billion company, But when you're already tiny, super tiny, less than a billion, less than $500 million in market cap, you really don't have to have the biggest of moats to be a successful investment. So that's the last one. That was Owlet, and it actually has a market cap of $75 million. So really, to have a 10x, you're not even in the $1 billion market cap environment. So yeah, that's basically the thinking behind that. And then with regards to the watch list, because I know a lot of you see, oh, watch list, but will never see the watch list. So by the way, you can follow this portfolio for free. The link is down in the description. All the links are down in the description as well. If you want to help me out, if you want to help yourself out, you get 20% off Coifin, you get some $50, $30 off for Seeking Alpha. I mean, lots of promotions happening in the comment section and in the description as well. And by the way, thank you everyone that has been supporting the channel through memberships, through the links. I really appreciate that. And if you're new here, like, subscribe, do all of that. Would also appreciate that. Anyways, so the watch list currently consists of Duolingo, Elf, Transmedics, Alibaba, Broadcom, Mercado Libre, RH, Build-A-Bear Workshop, Grab, and CrowdStrike. I did remove Sportradar and Genius Sports from the watch list. It was interesting to follow. Now, not interesting anymore. I did add RH, TMDX, Elf, and Grab. Grab and Elf I covered on this channel in the last week. TMDX as well. And RH is coming up. I think it's a very interesting company if you like this niche luxury home furniture market. And then, the others here we've talked about already on the channel. Duolingo, I actually added it at $179. So since then it's up by quite a lot. This was after the hit, after the OpenAI stuff, and the stock went down. I mean, this is just to prove to me and to the viewers as well. For example, Build-A-Bear, I covered this company on the channel over a year ago, I think. I added the stock here on the watch list at $23.3, basically to show you that you don't always have to buy tech stocks, hype stocks. No, even companies as simple as a Build-A-Bear can outperform the market, right? Year over year, the stock is up 50%. Year to date, the stock is up 61.4%. So yeah, even these types of silly companies, but well-run companies can outperform the market. And to be honest, I'd like to dive deeper into these types of companies because, I mean, it's great for the channel to talk about Tesla, talk about PayPal, SoFi, Palantir, and all of that. I get tons of views. It's great, blah, blah, blah. I own those companies. But on the flip side, as an investor, you always want to learn more and more. And so I'd like to find more interesting companies that don't necessarily have to do anything with AI or, I don't know, semiconductors, metaverse, you name it. No, yeah, companies as boring as Build-A-Bear, Duolingo, I mean, Duolingo as well, right? Year to date, stock is up now 28.55%. Year over year, basically doubled. So yeah, these types of companies are out there. They exist. They might not get the same excitement as the others, but they make you money. And I think at the end of the day, that's the whole point, right? We're here to make money. Anyways, moving on. And by the way, I know you're going to write down in the comment section below your favorite small cap, whatnot, but please make sure that these companies are not shady or actually generate some revenue, right? Please. Thank you. Anyways, moving on now, the earnings week. So a big week. We start on Monday. We've got a big week for the automotive part of the stock market. So Ford, after the close, reports earnings. Transmedics reports Waste Management after the market closes. Then on Tuesday, huge day for my portfolio, for the channel as well. So before the market opens, you can expect a video on SoFi, you can expect a video on PayPal as well, which by the way, I did already a prediction video for SoFi. It's going to be in the top right corner, or basically watch one of the last videos that I made. As for PayPal, this is what the market is expecting. So non-GAAP EPS $1.07, GAAP EPS 99 cents, and revenue coming in at $7.89 billion. And there were 28 revisions on the upside in the last 19 days and 0 on the downside. As for AMD, which report Tuesday after the market close. Alphabet as well. You can expect a video about Alphabet first and then probably AMD. You've got companies like Snapchat, Chipotle, Visa, Reddit that will report after hours as well. For AMD, non-GAAP EPS 92 cents, GAAP 41 cents, and revenue coming at $6.71 billion. And here, despite all the AI hype and stuff like that, we had 7 revisions on the upside, but 26 revisions on the downside in the last 90 days. As for Google, non-GAAP EPS estimate $1.85, GAAP $1.84, and revenue coming in at $86.23 billion. We've had 9 revisions on the upside and 3 EPS revisions on the downside. As for Meta will report after hours on Wednesday. So will Microsoft, so will Coinbase, Robinhood, Roku, Starbucks, and Etsy. You can expect a video on Meta and Microsoft for sure Wednesday after the market closes, and then the others maybe on Wednesday, maybe on Thursday. Before the market opens on Wednesday, you've got Lilly, Caterpillar, Humana. Those are, in my opinion, the big names that will report before the market opens. And then on Thursday, another big day, before the market opens, you've got Uber. I think Uber, we've been talking, Uber? We've been talking about that company for a while now because the robo-taxi stuff, autonomy, is it going to kill the company? Yes, no. I think it's going to take quite a while until we get an answer. You also have got Peloton. Yes, that company still exists. Then you've got MasterCard, Estee Lauder, Norwegian Cruise Line, SiriusXM, ConocoPhillips, Altria, these types of bad stocks they are called, or sin stocks, sorry. And then Thursday, after the market closes, big ones, Amazon, Apple, and Intel. You can definitely expect 2 videos Thursday after the market closes, Amazon and Intel. Apple, to be honest, don't really care that much. And I also think there is Lemonade reporting, but I'm not sure what day that will be. So yeah, and then on Friday, you've got actually Fubo. I know lots of you like the company. Maybe I'll review it. So yeah, that's basically the big week. And as for Meta, non-GAAP EPS is expected to be $5.27, GAAP $5.28, revenue $40.3 billion, 37 EPS revisions on the upside, only 2 on the downside. As for Amazon, EPS, GAAP, non-GAAP $1.14, revenue $157.25 billion. And here we had 12 EPS revisions on the upside and 21 on the downside. Moving to Intel, well, EPS normalized, basically a loss, 3 cents, GAAP loss 25 cents, estimated revenue just over $13 billion. And here we had 33 EPS revisions on the downside. So yeah, big week for me personally, for the portfolio, for the channel as well. So expect a ton of content. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of these videos. And as for the portfolio, well, this was a good portfolio update, I think. Like I said from the start, I'm not going to make a weekly portfolio update if there's nothing to report. I mean, you can follow the portfolio via the link, so you don't always need a video for me to tell you what's going on. So yeah, we're probably going to do a portfolio update after most of the companies have reported, so we can see the damage, what the damage is for the portfolio. Hopefully we go higher and hopefully my bets do play out. Like I said, I think I'm going to play the Alphabet bet, maybe PayPal and SoFi as well. Let's hope it works out. Do not follow these moves, all right? In the past, some have worked out, some did not. Well, for now, I think I'm on the losing side of things. So yeah, do not try this at home. Anyways, that's all I've got for you in this video. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.